Don't just stand there, Scampfoot. Hide!
Hello, Tufa. What are you doing?
Down. Don't let those entrail suckers take you too.
What are you heading from?
You really don't know anything about where you are, do you?
Nope.
That's the Brandfire Reformatory. Nothing good happens there. The Order of the Waking Flame cult takes people inside and they don't leave again. It makes this one's fur stand on end.
Do you know what the cult's doing there?
No, this one just saw the cultist force her sister Pebiha inside. If Tufe could fight, those kin-cursed cultists would be hanging above a lava flow by their ears. Tufe cannot help Pebiha now. Would you look for her? Tufe can pay.
I guess I'll search it. I guess I'll search for Pipahe then.
Pebiha's harebrained
Pebiha.
adventures have gotten her into trouble in the past, but being kidnapped to the Brandfire Reformatory? If Pebiha is unharmed, this one may just maim her herself. Please, find out what has happened to her.
How'd you get kidnapped?
Pebiha tries everything at least once, especially if she knows it's a bad idea. When Mehrunes' cult gained power in Fargrave, Pebiha was curious about them. She went to one of the cult's meetings with a friend. They never came home.
Are you sure she didn't join?
You think this one didn't ask her the same thing when Pebiha told her where she was going? Pebiha scoffed, said that she didn't have anything to fear or gain from Mehrunes. Then she called the fire cat a kitten and laughed. She laughed.
She never came home. How do you know she's here?
Because this one followed her. She hoped to convince her flame-fried sister not to do anything stupid. But the cult moved quickly. Pebiha was shoved through a portal out of Fargrave, and there wasn't time to think. Tufe had to jump through too.
What is this place, anyways?
Word of this place came to Fargrave, our home, from the mouths of merchants. They say it's a maze where those the Waking Flame finds unworthy are left to rot. Pebiha used to laugh about that.
Why did Pipahe laugh about this?
Because this one sister, despite her lack of self-preservation, is a fairly logical person. She said that no cult or Daedra would let their prisoners be wasted like that. They'd be sacrificed at the very least. Now the cult has Pebiha.
Why is it better to be sacrificed rather than wasting away? You have any idea what goes on inside here?
No, none of the merchants know what happens inside. Anyone taken inside isn't seen again. All Tufe knows is that the prisoners disappear inside the Reformatory, and she only sees cultists leave.
Why do they even say it's like they're left there to rot? Like, it could more likely be that they're just killing them off, right? All right, well, we already know who the order is here, and we already know she's been kidnapped, so let's go. Zoom. Oh. Go inside. Thank you. We already been here once before, just getting the sky shard. Reformatory registry. First Sundus, first Turdus, first Mindus, Sundus. Looks feisty, book for hard labor. That's Fibia, okay. Instructor's whip. Swap some blood in the whip and the handle. Proper whip exercise. For the lifeblood of me, I can't fathom how matters have gotten to this point. Read the note and feel this deep shame that's in scathing scorn of the senior instructors bearing down on you. If you haven't done any of the items on this list, turn yourselves into Instructor Torres for re-education. Before beginning the lesson, make sure the pupil is kneeling with in the designated lines. My patience for the slipping over and properly spilled blood has run out. If the whip does not make a cracking sound fitting the split of the tree trunk in twain, you're handling it incorrectly. If you can see control to the pupils, then you're not fit to serve Lord Dagon. If your pupils' bones become visible, you failed. If the pupils cannot work, you deprived them of other instructors' lessons. Lastly, if you're scheduled to use the whip on a pupil, return to its proper place and then end your session. I am tired of wasting my time searching for a strip of leather that could be used to guiding toward Mayron's Dagon. Okay. Very important. What's going on with this? Am I lagging? All right, let's keep on going down. There we go. Like some sort of delay because of the body swap. Maybe his belongings. Reformatory keep.
Of the position you hold.
Completed. Phibia's notes. Please. Okay, achievements are done. Let's go. Please. Should a kind stranger find this, give it to this one's sister. Her name is Tufi. You can find her in Fargrave. This one knows it may be impossible. Fargrave is not always accessible in this dung heap of feckless marauders and charlatans. But if this is to be Phibia's last mark on this world, she hopes he finds its way to her sister's care. Tufa, you're always smarter than the two of us. This one should have listened to you from the start when you said that you were going to the Order of the Waking Flame was just looking for trouble. You'd be proud of Phibia, dear sister. Proud that she did not let them break her no matter how the instructors tried with their whips. Their words, their axes. Sister, if your imagination wanders, know that this is one is sorry, but she's not going to commit the horrors she has survived on to paper. There's no way in Dagon's stinking armpit that Phibia is going to let you know what they do to prisoners here. They try to make us think like they do. Phoebia watched as many of her friends were captured with started to act unlike themselves. They were angry and longer for the cleansing flames to rake their skins. That sounds like lunacy. This one's never had such thoughts. So they became masochists? Like psychomasochists? It's been so long since this one saw your face, and for that she has regrets. Time passes oddly here, where we cannot see the sky. If your sister has one regret, Toofy, is that you have not felt the breeze through the fur since she once entered the cyst of an ogre's back end. What? She's not felt the fur on her fur since she entered this cyst on an ogre's back end. That sounds a little lewd. Okay. It feels like the lifetime has passed since she has seen the world, though Phoebia knows in her chest that she has not been there that long. This one's tired, kid, and her hands are cramped from the cold. Stay true to your convictions. Whatever you do, know that your sister loves you. Phoebia. It's hard to tell with Khajiit, but I'm wondering if it was like that other place where... I'm wondering if it was like that other place where the guy was sitting out there for like hundreds of years, not going in, trying to decide if he should go in or not. Letter of complaint. Sister Seldina. It's not within my nature to raise baseless concerns, especially with there no actual outcome to the issue that I'm raising, but I cannot in good conscience allow our great cause to be undermined. The matter I am to bring to your attention involves the dangers skulking around the Brandfire Reformatory. They see themselves as true servants of the Lord Fire and Pain. They're always watching us, standing in the corners as we conduct our affairs. Some have even gone out as far to terminate recruits who are not swift enough to accept the heat of Mehrunes Dagon. I should not have to explain to you how such actions overstep their capacity. The Daedra are under the impression that they should be in charge of the Reformatory. This will not stand. Yes, I am aware that the place is allowed. Yes, I am aware that the place is also used for punishment by the Mehrunes Dagon. But the work we should do should supersede the ancient instruments. Speak to the leader. Mandate that they remove the Daedra from the Reformatory, or at least portions under our use. Created mortals only watch and classify the methods as priority. I don't mean to give you advice, but these Daedra are interfering with my efforts. I grow weary of my methods, which have been proven successful and approved by you, being constantly placed under high scrutiny. High Overseer, Brandfire Reformatory.
Is no longer required.
Yeah, you got killed.
If you have progressed this far, resplendent postulates and prodigals returned, and the spark in your soul blazes ferociously. The flame you've awoken will burn in many hearts. I know that you will make myself and the Prince of Destruction very happy with your performance. You have successfully burnt your weakness. Continue to feed your doubts to the fire of your fervor, and you will not disappoint. Now it is time to say farewell. Should we never meet again, know that I am proud to have you behind me, marching to bring about the Age of Dagon. Our time is coming. The flame wakes.
All right, that's a nice PowerPoint. What, so yeah.
Postulates and prodigals returned. You come to this step of your journey filled with the painful memories of all you knew before. Those who issue Mehrunes Dagon's leadership hold the lofty ideology that there is good on Earth. They believe that one patch of barley in a rotting field saves a farmer from scorn, shame, and hunger. One flower in a dung heap does not improve the smell. Since there is suffering, how can Tamriel be worth retaining? Break from those beliefs. Work to raise the established order so it can be rebuilt, and know peace.
Yep, sounds like a cult. Been on burnout? I think a lot of people have. Like I was saying earlier, the game selection for new games right now is just kind of bad. Turning on?
Postulates and prodigals returned. Rely not only on the word and thought, for they can be spun into lies. Trust in the truth of lash, brand, scourge, and burn. The lessons learned through pain are lasting. Master the will to stand in the face of suffering, and no torment shall hold power over you. You think the world was a fair place. Think on your own pain. There are infants who have suffered more. How can a world be just? How can a world which causes you such suffering be just? It cannot.
Mm-hmm.
The world is flawed, but once it is tempered in flames, it can arise, purified of all imperfections.
Sounds like a good pitch, I guess. Was there something there? No. That just leads back out. There we go, there's another one.
To the postulates and prodigal returned, rejoice! You are on the path toward kindling the flame that longs to burn them. As Dagon's hands are destined to cleanse existence with the fires of his truth, we are tasked with rendering all that is impure in your very core to ash. Keep an open mind, for the lies you have been saying will cause you to reject reality's true teachings. You are not alone. I will accompany you throughout every step of your journey. Be diligent, and together we will burn in his name.
It does not sound fun. Let's see if there's anything in this upper right room. I think we got everything from that achievement, though. Nothing there, nothing there. Nope. Alright, so yeah, I think we got everything. It's just your recruitment videos, I think, but I don't think we'll be joining. Can't go through there, so I think I have to go around here. Yeah. Minimap's messing me up a little bit. All right, let's talk to Tufe and see what she has to say. My guess is that she's been sitting out here for like a decade or two.
Hey, over here! It's been a while since an occultist went into the Reformatory. How did you fare?
Tufe?
Did you find Pibiha? Where is she? Is she all right?
Here's your sister's belongings and notes. It's addressed to you.
A note? What that means? My foolish sister, always so proud. Here's your reward, stranger. You brought as much of Pibiha back to me as you could. Even with the pain they bring, Tufe is glad to have these words.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a surprise, but the shock of her death still hurts. My stupid, foolish sister. She just had to go to that meeting.
So what are you gonna do now?
Tufe should go back to Fargrave as soon as she can. She didn't tell her family where she was going when Pibiha disappeared. They must be so worried.
Will you be able to get home?
This one came to the burn through the Plaza of Portals in Fargrave. With luck, she'll find the portal here still open when she retraces her steps. It's no use solving a problem that may not exist, so this one won't worry just yet.
Well, you're being very optimistic about it.
Pibiha never gave in to sorrow, and neither will Tufe. Don't worry, just because Tufe is cautious doesn't mean that this one has not had her own adventures. She'll manage.
Poor Tufe.